against Sky, doing a little live stream. Basically, figured it's a nice, easy way for me to record some gameplay and get a little practice in for future streaming stuff. So I'm basically going to be sitting here talking to myself while I'm playing. And if people want to join in and watch, awesome. Everybody is welcome. I am doing a little bit of shipbuilding here. I'm working on my fighter on one of my saves. And basically just going around and doing a lot of inventory management. Getting ready for this save to be moved into the UAS space. But in the meantime, I had to get a few things ready. Alright, so we are shielded out. We have our photon cannons all the way up. We have our pulse engine all the way up. I think I should probably move these guys over so I can see what they are and where they are. Okay, we have another photon cannon. I need to save that for somebody else. Cyclotron and a shield. Alright, so let's move this one over here. And I believe we have space for another cyclotron in the... No, we don't. We are all cyclotrons out in technology. So it's time to start putting those in on this side. So I need to put 3 of those. I think what we're going to do is we are going to start them right there. And then I will pop 2 more of them in there. Still got to put a hyperdrive in this ship so I can actually get to some systems that I want. I'm going to jump down here to the fighter. This is my little snubby, the Song of Gravity. Let's go ahead and jump into photo mode and back up a little bit so you can see what she looks like. Just a little snub-nosed fighter. It's only an A class. I did not get a C class on this one, or S class on this one, unfortunately. But the layout wasn't bad, and I needed a fighter. So I will take it. There are an awful lot of low-level haulers coming in here. These are all small and mediums. Was just in there. I'm going to go ahead and reload my autosave so I can go grab another cyclotron ballista. And I should probably grab another photon cannon. I should put the photons in the technology slot as well. Unless I want to put more shields in there. I don't know. Not much of a fighter build kind of a person, so this is still kind of new territory for me. But I'm basically prepping for the jump into the next system. I know it's going to be a freighter engagement. So what I'm going to do is get the fighter all ready to go and get it all jacked up and then jump into the next system and basically go through some freighter engagements until I find hopefully an S-class freighter. The freighter that I have on here is not bad. It is a beautiful, beautiful body style, but I of course want to get the S-class because that's the type of guy I am. Alright, I definitely need another cyclotron. And starting to run a little low on nanite clusters. And the photons are actually pretty easy to find, so I will hold off on that one. Let's go ahead and grab Mr. Cyclotron Ballista here. And you will go there, and then I need one more. So, let's go save real quick. And we'll cycle through one more autosave. And then I need to go to the freighter and get some mats so that I can install my rocket launchers and the long tubes. and an indium drive so that I can get to wherever I want. Slow loading screen today. Take a little tag off the vape. Now this is actually I believe this one is my second save that I had. I've been playing a lot on number 3. Number 3, I've been doing all the content generation from the very beginning. So that is the beginner's guide gameplay is save number 3. And this is going to get dragged over into UAS space as well, just because it never hurts to have multiple saves over there. Alright, so I needed one more cyclotron ballista. What does that bring us down to on 664 on nanites? That is definitely getting on the low side. So I'm probably going to have to do some missions too. Alright, so there are my cyclotron ballistas. I'm going to go ahead and repulse engine out. Save the shield module for later. You know, I never use phase beams. I think I'm going to sell the phase beam. Just not really my favorite style of weapon. Alright, so that puts us back up over 1,000. So we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and we'll buy the shield and the photon, because regardless, I'll use those someplace else, and we are cyclotron out on this guy. We have 3 in here. I have 3 in tech. I have the non-guided starship. Sorry. That one, and then I think I have one more I can put in here. Still put the dice and pump in, but I need to go get some tetracobalt for that. Hopefully I didn't sell off all my tetracobalt. It is entirely possible that I did. I wouldn't put it past myself. But I'm going to jump down in here, do a real quick autosave. Then we're going to jump right back in. Pop out of the station. We're above one of my planets. I don't even know which one. Apparently I have a... Oh, that's an Atlas interface. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring the freighter in. See, she's pretty. She was a max sizer too. Just was not an S-class when I got her. So I spent a lot of time simplifying the freighter, and in doing so, I took out pretty much all the open space in the Mighty Mo here, and got rid of as many glitches as I could, and got it down to alright, so I need to keep my head in the game here a little bit. Alright, so we need to do upgrade for that. We can still put an applet of armor in here. I need to find a cobalt mirror. Need to find 2 cobalt mirrors. Some tetracobalts. Some destabilized sodium. I wish I had looked at this earlier, because I got rid of a whole bunch of this stuff. Okay, there's a photon cannon. I'm going to send these back to the exosuit. Why are they all over here? Alrighty, let's go up and check some inventory. So let's check the freighter real quick. Good, I do have some tetracobalt. So let's go upstairs real quick. I believe I need to find some copper. Sure, I have copper in storage someplace. Speaking of which, okay, what I don't have is the cobalt mirrors, but what I can do here is, let's go in, let's flush out technology first. We want the Dyson pump in here. Okay, without me taking that out of the freighter, that's kind of stupid. So I have to take that out of the freighter. I'm going to take the, actually, Indian drive is emerald. Alright, so Starship, let's take the, what do we need for efficiency thrusters? Tritium and dihydrogen jelly. I know I'm probably never going to need the efficiency thrusters, but you never know when you're going to be planet side on something. And it's always better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so we want an indium drive. We'll pop that right there. Then we've got two spaces here. We can do the put the conflict scanner here. Where are my walker brains? I think they're all the way down on the end. Without everything being wide open, it got a little confusing for a few minutes. Alright, so we'll put the conflict scanner here. Then we can put the Dyson pump here. We can photon out the bottom, and that'll still leave us a little bit of room. Let's do the conflict scanner first. Then we wanted a Dyson pump here. Alright, so that is fully decked out. Now in the general, we want to put the photon cannon upgrade there. That's nonlinear optics, so we need cobalt mirror. We need both. I think what we'll do is we'll put the nonlinear optics, both of those, and the other 3 photon cannon upgrades in technology. So we'll put 3 photons and then the nonlinears on the edge. Okay, so we need the mirrors. Alright, so photon cannon, tech, photon cannon, I'd rather the weapons be really, really stellar. Pulse engine, shield. Okay, so we need one more photon cannon upgrade, but that's not hard to get. Alright, well, we don't need the walker brains anymore for anything, so they are going back in storage. The emerald, was that on the freighter? That was on the freighter. Send that back to the freighter. Never goes where you want it. Alright, so then we can put the ablative armor here. And for that we need another cobalt mirror. Alright, so this is telling me I need to find a system with cobalt mirrors, which unfortunately the one we're in I do not believe has on any of the circuits. I can't just jump to another system. Well, I could jump in the freighter. That won't trigger the event. Nope, never have what you need when you need it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we got on the jump map. And yes, I am an orbital station. Blah, blah, blah. What I would like to find is a wealthy system. Just because I always like finding the wealthy systems. There was a high supply. High supply Gek. Ooh, that's actually got a pretty decent cell ratio too. Let's hop on into here. Warp drive engaged. Lost on call system. UK Galaxy. First contact. 5 planets. Excellent. Let's see what they have available for us here. Of course, don't have it showing. So we may have to go jump in El Shipperuno. Gonna have to come up with a name for the ship too. Yeah, Song of Gravity is not bad per se, but not gonna work. in the long run. Well, let's see what we got going on in this space station. Oh, I bet you that looked really cool from third-person view. Nice short runway. A little bit of a green tinge to the light here. What did we end up in? We ended up in a Gek system. Let's see what he has to offer. He's got positrons. Hyper. Well, actually, this is a pretty nice setup. I think the freighter might have grabbed all the traffic. Is the downside of warping into these systems sometimes. Let's go ahead and check our mission statements. You'd think with all the Gek words that I know that I'd understand a little bit more of this. Wow, that's the first time I've ever been able to do... Well, he's got 2 pages and I can do all of them. I don't have to accept these or anything. What's up with that? What the hell was that? Okay, I'm a little confused. Don't know what the hell is going on there. Does not have what I need. Jump out just for a second so I have a save point. I'm just going to jump to the next space station on the list. Well, I guess I should pay attention to where I am for right now. Lost on call. Kind of doing this in a disorganized manner, guys. Excuse me. Keep having changes in the weather. It's going from warm to cold to warm to cold to warm to cold, as is Western Pennsylvania's habit. Viking system. Check the mission board. Take a photo of a hollow terminus. I will have to do that in the off season. Off camera. Never actually bothered to check whether or not it interrupts my streaming, but I know when I'm doing just regular recording on the PS4, it does not like it when I take pictures. It would drop out, so This is going to be one of those ones that it takes me forever to find a vendor with the item that I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and check these guys. Maybe they have them. Cobalt mirror. Okay, I needed at least 3. I'm just going to buy 10 of these so that I have them. See what else they have. Right, I did use some copper, but I can easily replace copper. That's no big deal. Excellent. Let's go see what this vendor has. What I really need to do is kind of coordinate between my saves, particularly on save number 3, the beginner's guide one. He started with a C class, or I keep saying C instead of S, an S class 24 slot rifle at his home base, and then I found 2 other bases that had S class rifles in 24 slot, and this save number 2 and save number 1, neither one of them had that. Okay, so we wanted to go to tech. Didn't I say it was easy to find photon cannon ones, and I haven't found one yet? Okay, so we can drop non-linear optics there, and then we need to do, okay, so I need tech modules and destabilized sodium. I sold all the destabilized sodium. Son of a biscuit. Let's grab some tech modules from this guy. Grab a 10 spot of those. You don't have anything else that I want. Alright. And honestly, I don't even know if alright, so the destabilized sodium might be a problem. I'm looking for travelers as I go too, because I realized that this save only currently has 8 of the 16 glyphs. And if I want to be running around in UAS space, kind of need to have a portal available. I don't even know how far away this particular save is from UAS. And if you're wondering what the UAS is, it's the Union of Allied Systems. It's a creation by Xaine of Xaine's World, Zelric, and Sword, and a bunch of the people from that group. Excellent group of people. I highly recommend checking out xainesworld.com. I'll post a link up on the YouTube channel at some point in time. I know it's in one of the videos already, but it should be in the About section. And basically what it is Xaine has decided to create a civilization within No Man's Sky, and a bunch of us have gotten together and they formed a loose confederation of people in a certain section of space. that come together for the betterment of the civilization of the game, and it's actually a lot of fun. Some absolutely amazing people involved with that. I've learned so much in the short period of time since I started playing this game, and I met some really, really cool people. So I highly recommend you check them out. Maybe even join up. Let's check and see what we've got going on here. So I don't have the technology to make destabilized sodium. Don't see a traveler in here. This is a high supply system as well. I'm surprised the ships are C-class and of low quality. I'm also surprised that I didn't grab all of these when I came through before. That's an awful lot of stuff I left just laying around. Apparently I got that one. So I grabbed one of the discs. Probably one of the blue cube. Nope, didn't even grab this blue cube. Which means I didn't grab that one either. Nope. So I grabbed the hockey puck and nothing else. Way to go, Toy. Didn't even grab this one. Ooh, wow. I must have zipped through this station. Alright, there's my photon cannon, but I don't have any. Don't have the Well, I could sell those back. Not the best way to do this. I'm probably going to lose some nanites on that deal. But let's sell the pulse engine. Keep the shield. Guess I could have just switched right back to it. Alright, buy the photon cannon. And then we will go ahead and install that right off the bat. Photon cannon. Ship tech. Boom. Alright, so we need to put the other nonlinear optics in here. And for that we need 3 destabilized sodium. Then in the regular, what else do we need to do? I wanted to put the... That'll give plus 10 to shield. And then we can always put some in a system earlier. Unfortunately, it is a balanced economy. So not the best economy in the world, so it's only got a 1% spawn chance of an S-class. But it was cute. Okay, that's... Waterworld was where I wanted to go. Let's head back to Waterworld. I don't know if any of you all noticed this, but every time I wear the headphones, I get itchy ears. I think it's just because I got something on my head. That's just me, though. So I was trying to get a PS4 of my own. I'm still playing on my daughter's. And I found what I thought was a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace. And apparently the girl selling this thing said she needed the money for bills. So I was like, well, hey, you know, I've got the money for it and I want to get my own. So she lives about 45 minutes away, and I was all set to go meet up with this girl and buy it. And Haven't heard back from her in 24 hours. I'm a little pissed off. But c'est la vie. I'm not in a hurry for this. Okay, so we are at Waterworld. This is an anomalous planet in a nice dead system. So there's no space station here. But I love the colors of this sun. It keeps everything this nice blue tint to it, and it's just it's quite nice. Okay, you know what I didn't put in here yet? I didn't put the rocket launchers, and I'm gonna go ahead and hard save. And then we wanted to put the rocket launchers here, so rocket launcher, and then unstable plasma. Of course I need unstable plasma. Have to need something. Check this out real quick. Alright, there's a little bit of carbon in there. I'm just going to pull that out just a cuz. I don't know why I have an appearance modifier here. This was a very, very early build base. My build skills have, I would say, dramatically increased. But what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to drop a prefab, pop a door in it real quick. I am not inside that object. I don't care what you say. And of course the prefab is too far off the ground. I've been noticing that glitch an awful lot recently. Gonna put a galactic trade terminal in, and we will buy 2 more unstable. Right there on the front page. Grab 2 more of those. See what else we have available in this system. Drop pods. That's funny because there's not a. Well, I guess there are drop pods on some of these planets, but not this one. There are no buildings on this planet at all. There was a distress beacon, and that was it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the other rocket launcher. Alright, what? Did I not have any? I thought I had 2. Sorry, my brain is not working. Apologies. Let me get 2 more of those real quick. Okay, crisis averted. Let's go ahead and put the... There we go. Alright, so that's getting to be a fairly respectable fighter. We have shields. We have upgraded photon cannons. And we have the cyclotron ballista. And then in here we have a conflict scanner, economy scanner, cyclotron, and all we are missing is the other nonlinear optics, which will require destabilized sodium, which I am almost positive my dumb butt sold very, very recently. Alright, just for gits and shigs, I'm going to upload the base. And then I'm going to come over here and hit my beacon. I'm going to leave the beacon here. And we are going to blast off. Now I am curious as to... Holy crap. And it just does not stop. Oh, it did overheat. Wow, that took a while though. That's brutal. Don't know what the range is on that, but that's just brutal. Okay, so what we need to do now is pop the economy. And then we are going to look for a... We can check out all these systems we've already been to. Imagine some of them. Ooh, I gotta pay attention to my jump range. Alright, let's start back from here again. We're going to... Well, there's a... That's out of range. Looking for a wealthy Korvax. That's what I really, really want. Again, I need to remember where I'm at. Well, there's an advanced Gek. Let's go ahead and set a waypoint for that one just in case. Again, I said I would prefer Korvax because I've noticed that the Korvax have the body style that I'm looking for more. I guess they're called the Sentinel body. I'm definitely going to have to put some definitely going to have to put some extra hyperdrives in here just so I can get the range of the jumps. Everything's out of range. Although the funny thing is I have found that I have pretty good luck with that particular body style popping up in the large format, the max size in the medium economies. Then again, I've never seen an S-Class pop, otherwise I'd have it. And I don't have an S-Class yet on the freighter. Well, there's a booming Gek. Just for kits and shigs, we're going to try a boomer. See what kind of Star Destroyer pops up in this one. Now the Mighty Mo is pretty much the style that I want. And the color scheme, she's black and red. Although I did jump into a nice system in UAS space that had yellow stripes on the Sentinel version. Well, what the hell? Why did I not have a freighter battle going on? Strange. Should have had a freighter engagement going on, guys. And I don't know why it wasn't. Wait a moment and take a look at what ship styles. That looks like a bubbles. That's a baller hauler coming in. Oh, it's a glow. Oh my goodness, I found one. I found the glowing bubbles. Look at that baller hauler. She is gorgeous. Take me a picture of her. I guess we'll also find out if this kills us. Yep, that blue screened us. My apologies. That should bring us right back. There's got to be a way for me to take a screenshot. Without doing that. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright, so we've got my apologies. I'm going to actually no, I guess I'm not. Have to come back and check the video, I guess. Biscuits and gravy. That's my first bubble hauler. Well, should I jump to another system or should I go get my I think what I'm actually going to do is go back to Waterworld. While I'm here, I should look for a traveler real quick. When you need them, they're not around, and when you don't need them, they're friggin' everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Waterworld. I will hop into there, hit the beacon, and then since I came here to the second Wealthy Gex system, I think I'll hit that first one. Jumping in there. What I really ought to do while I'm here is put a landing pad on this stupid building too, so I don't waste all the launch fuel every time. My intention is to actually come back to Waterworld and build a proper base with biodomes and growing some stuff. But in the meantime, just doing my thing. It has turned to night. Gorgeous, gorgeous nights here too. Those rings always keep it nice and brightened up, and this is just a very, very pretty planet. Really, really like it. Okay, I need ion battery and 10 metal plating. Well, I have my galactic trade terminal here now, so I can solve that problem too. Let's buy some items here. I need 2 ion batteries and from inside. Boom. Okie doke. Let's go ahead and re-upload with the new changes. Hit the beacon. And away we go. The other thing I was planning on doing here, since this planet has so much oceans, I was going to start doing underwater building. What am I on? Oh my god. That is just insane. That is delicious. Okay, so look at that. I even left the waypoint up and running. So there is our advanced GEC system. Let's hop on into that one. Now we should be having the update to No Man's Sky coming kind of soon. No announcements yet or anything. A lot of speculation on what's going to be in this next update, whether or not it's going to be 2.0, whether or not it'll be 1.9 or whatever they want to call it. And a lot of speculation on what they're going to do. I am hoping they allow for ship customization. Look at that purple sky. Let's go ahead and jump on over here. Again, for some odd reason, didn't have the freighter engagement. Starting to wonder. Well, hello, welcome. I'm doing a little bit of live stream. I'm Big Poppa Timo, playing a little No Man's Sky. Just did some updates on my fighter. And basically going around and checking out some new systems. I was hoping to have a freighter engagement on the last jump. Ooh, let's see what we got here. That is a C-class piece of crap. Don't need that. See what this guy has. He has shields, cyclotrons, phase beams, and positrons. And we are in the Motang Otapo terminus. Should probably grab this while I'm here. Every little bit of nanites helps. Everywhere I go, I take a look at the ships because I am a ship nut. Always looking for the next upgrade. Scan everything. Well, thanks, Benji. Welcome. You're actually the first person on a live stream to make a comment, so kudos, brother, kudos. I appreciate the patronage. Do me a favor and hit that like button if you can. I know you're a subscriber, so I will be doing more and more of these. I have a whole bunch of updates on the beginners to do. Real life kind of got in the way, but I have what I have up there already, 18 episodes, and I've got another 60 ready to go that I've already recorded. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. This is actually save number 2. All that beginner's guide stuff was all on save number 3. So I'll be moving the progression up on these first 2. I kind of just gave up on them, used them as learnings before I started doing the videos for beginner's guide stuff, and I decided to go back and touch up on these guys and find some stuff. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of updating what I had here. I'm getting ready to move all these guys over to the Union of Allied Systems stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with Zaine'sWorld.com. Look him up, or I'll provide a link at some point in time. He is like the Yoda of No Man's Sky, and I've learned a lot from him, and we're doing a civilization of people in a specific part of space. So I joined up with those people in the crew, and I'm getting ready to ship this guy halfway across the galaxy just to get over into that space. Hey, Benji, do you have any ideas on a name for my fighter? The fighter is currently called the Song of Gravity, which is the initial name for it, but I'd like to rename it. I figured maybe I'd ask, see if anybody had any suggestions. And we are back on Waterworld. Going to go ahead and tap the beacon. Get our save. I'm doing the beacon save every time so that when I go in, if I get the freighter engagement, I have my hard point for a resave, because I'm basically trying to farm an S-class freighter at this point in time. And we're going to go ahead and find another jump location. Let's pop the economy, jump off to free. Don't know if we're going to... there's an advanced Viking. Let's put the waypoint on there. Then we're going to back out here again. See if we can find... I would really rather have the Corvax. But I'm having trouble finding a rich Corvax system from here. Did find a couple of them before, but they're all out of jump range. There's a Gek Affluent. Let's go ahead and hit the Gek one. Might actually have to do 5 jumps total. To trigger that freighter engagement. If that's the case, that's the case. This is jump number 3. Might only need 3. Like I said, I don't even know anymore. All my intuitions on this, what I thought was the case. I should have had that engagement on the first one. There we go. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Here we go, guys. Oh, I will take that body style. Let's go ahead and switch off to rocket launchers first. Gotta be careful not to actually shoot the freighter itself. Do not want to trigger sentinels. Which apparently I already have. So I hit that ship. My standing with the Gek has decreased. Well, screw it. At this point in time, I'm just going to get used to the new weapons. I guess you got to lead him a little bit. Well, I am not very good with the cyclotron ballistas. Although once you get tagged onto them, that does some damage. Ooh, shield's down. Getting tagged a little bit by these sentinels. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to dip back out and reload my... Nope. Oh, that was the wrong button to hit. I guess the autosave will work. And my vape is dead. That sucks. Alright, so let's see where the autosave actually brings us. Alright, so with the cyclotron ballista, if you get straight onto them, that weapon is just absolutely brutal. And if you get... as long as you stay out of range of tagging the other ships, not too bad, but let's see what we can do here. I wonder if it left my Viking system tagged from the waypoint. Nope, no custom waypoint. So we will do economy, free explorer, and I don't remember where the heck that one was. That is a Gek Advanced. That's Montang Atapo. That was the... I wonder if that'll let me do that again. Let's jump into that. We've already jumped in here, but it's the actual warping, I believe, that does this. Sorry, my Discord is going crazy. Excuse me. That is a small body style. Battle detected. Let's go ahead and switch over to rocket launchers. Go with Old Faithful. Ooh, that hurt. Either way you fight me, buddy, you're gonna have a bad day. Alright, let's see if I can get some cyclotron ballista action going on here. Oh my god, that just obliterated both of them. That is awesome. Thank you, sword. Sword didn't actually suggest that I put them on there, but that's what he has on his ships. Holy crap. And in watching him, I of course picked up on that and was just like, oop, yep, gotta do that. Alright, that guy is in the ship. That guy is not. He just took a face full of cyclotron. How'd you like that, buddy? Wasn't your favorite thing in the world, was it? Alright, so I gotta work on getting the lock a little bit better. Gotta give it half a second to get on them. Once it does, ooh, baby. Jesus. Yeah, no kidding, hostile ships defeated. Alright, let's go ahead and come on up here. This is a short stack. This is not the ship that I want. I also didn't check to see what color it was. It looked like it was kind of yellow. But we will check it out all the same. Either way, we know that going into the Gex systems was still spawning the Sentinel version, not the Starship for some reason. I don't know if there's just not a rhyme or reason to it or what, but yeah, that Cyclotron Ballista. I'm digging that. I'm gonna have to give Sword some thumbs up props for that later. Speaking of Sword, if you get a chance and you want to check out another great channel, the Noob Army Sword's channel is wonderful. He does some amazing base building for the UAS. And his videos are just super, super chill. Well, that's a C-class, then yes, that was in fact yellow. That is not that pretty. C-class. Oh, you know what I didn't bother to do? I didn't bother to check my money. Kind of a good thing. But you can see what I'm flying right now. I'm already flying a 7-panel red and black. So this is a 3-panel yellow and black. It's got 3 more slots than I have, but not looking for a C-class. I might have to go make some money here, guys. I don't think I'd have enough to buy an S-class if it did pop. And I would hate to have one pop. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I went back to the manual save, that's why. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back and we will try a different system. This was the one that was right next door. I am going to have to reload my vape. Having a little coffee, nectar of the gods, guys. We all know how much Big Papa T-Mut likes his coffee. That's no good. I'm checking out vape pods in my daughter's room. Let's see what this one is. That might be the broken one that just doesn't work. That is exactly what that is. And that one is minty. Minty. Ooh, baby. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and jump on Indy's Song of Gravity. I'm just tempting fate here, friends. I am. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to get up here. I'm going to jump into this next system. It's going to be a perfect S-Class freighter, and I'm not going to be able to afford it, and I'm going to kick myself in the ass. Alright, economy. That's a Gek out of range. I wonder if I can find that Vy'keen again. There's the Vy'keen Advanced Hyungbo Her. Let's hit it. See what we get in the Vy'keen system. Oh, that started out minty and it went to a creme brulee. What's up with that? It's like a peppermint latte or something. Alright, so what do we have going on here? Got little rocket launchers. Got some rockets there, buddy. Oh, I bet you are approaching now. You're not going to make it here, though. Nope, you didn't survive. Some dead pirates. Pick up their barrels. Ooh, somebody wants to play. Where'd you go? Oh, I saw you. Where'd you go? There you are. Yep, that'll teach you. Shields back to maximum. Oh, you want to play too? Oh my goodness. You know, in Sword's Honor, I'm even starting to pick up a little bit of his southern accent. Good old boy from North Carolina. He's good people. He's really good people. Can't fire at that one. It's in the ship. This is, again, another short stack. Come on, guys. Yeah, I'll fly right at you so that I can turn around and face away from the ship. Ooh, just smacked into the ship. How do you guys like it? I guess they don't care if I'm pointed at the ship. They were attacking the ship anyways. Nope, come on away. I almost hit the fire button on that one, guys. Oh, that cyclotron is just brutal. This thing is mint green and yellow. And a little 3-stack. Alright, so I don't think the Vy'keen system is the way to go either. Mint green and yellow. Let's go up here and check out the captain. Let's see what he's got to say for himself flying this mint chocolate chip tub of... Oh, that's... Getting back to the whole wondering what's coming up with the next update there. Like I said, I would love to be able to. Well, that's an A class. Oh, look at that. Yeah, see, I better. That's an A32. Don't have the money. I don't know why he looks so relieved. I didn't buy a ship from him. He's still in charge. Poor bastard. Alright, so I can go ahead and go back to my manual save, but I'm going to have to go make some cash here, kids. What is up with that? Alright, so that vape is also dead. Having no vape luck here, guys. I'm gonna have to go get a new pod, which means I'm gonna have to take a break. But looking at the fact that I was gonna have to go make some cash anyways, probably not a bad thing. I definitely enjoyed that cyclotron ballista though. That thing is brutal. There's a little left in that vape. Okie doke. So this one is now primed. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick up that beacon. Because I'm going to have to go make some cash. So after I make some cash on this character, I will have to drop that beacon again, and then the next jump that I do is going to be a freighter engagement. So I will make sure that I park myself in a system that is close to a couple wealthies. Should be able to do that. I have a couple of these mid-ranged economies that I can jump into those stations and have a couple wealthies nearby until I find something I like. So good to know that this one's at least prepped for that. So what I'm going to have to do is check my inventory. Hey, look, there's a traveler. Okay, so, definitely going to have to clear out some inventory space. So I'm also going to have to go to the freighter and offload into another ship. Of course, while I'm here, Traveler Xaine. Oh, haven't done him yet. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and knock this out real quick, because this does not require a jump. Let's go find his grave. Then I will call the freighter in. Don't have to call the freighter in. She's just sitting right there. Well, now isn't that convenient? Almost as if it was meant to be. I should probably check out my frigate situation on this particular save as well. And while I'm doing this jumping around making cash later on, I can probably knock out some more of these graves. maybe even be ready to portal my way over to UAS space if I have to. Like I said, I have no idea how far away from UAS space I even am. On save number 3, I was 1.2 million light years away. So I ran through a black hole. That put me a million closer. And then I hand jumped the remaining 200,000. And I did that 2,400 light years at a time. A little rough. A little rough. Alright, let's get this glyph. That should be number 9 of 16. Excellent. Scan. Not that I really want to stick around on this planet, but it never hurts to hello. What do we got there? Eats grass. Detachable tongue. Well now. I bet you its partner is happy for that. Okay. So on the detachable tongue note, let's go ahead and take off. Break some atmosphere. Let's fire back off towards our freighter. The system has a lot of planets. I do like those ones that have a lot of planets. At some point in the very, very near future, I'm going to have to start announcing that I am streaming. This is technically my 4th stream. And it's kind of weird doing it with nobody watching. The first time I actually streamed, I did have one person jump in. I don't know who it was. They never commented. And I wasn't really sure how things worked, so I didn't have a way of checking chat to make sure that, I knew who the people were or anything else like that. Okay, so let's take this out of the starship. We need to put all this crap in one of these haulers. Need to upgrade my haulers. Okay, this is supposed to be the builder. I'm just going to offload as much crap into here as I can. Kind of knew that was going to happen. Alright, let's offload a bunch of crap into the Voice of Death. Still one of the best names for a ship on the procedurally generated. And yes, I'm even going to get rid of the refiner. Okay, so that's going to give me 36 slots. Oh, I really don't want to. But I'm going to need as much space as I can get. So, This hurts. I really don't want to do this. I just fixed up all this inventory space too. All right, so let's do this in an orderly fashion at least. What I'm doing here is I'm prepping for going around and selling technology modules. So what I'm going to do is clear out all of my inventory on my and the cargo, and I will fill up with tech modules and go from station to station. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really didn't want to spread that out over 3 ships. But it is what it is. Alright, so that gives me 48 slots open there. And lots of open slots. I think I'll do all the traveling in the actual fighter so that's ready to go. Alright, so from the exosuit, let's clear out 4 more spots here. We're going to put all that in there. So that gives me 48 plus 40, so that's 88 slots. That's respectable. I will take that. Well, hello, Sword. Thanks for swinging on by, brother. I was just talking about you. Well, it looks like you might have already dipped out on me. I do appreciate you swinging by. I do. The downsides of not being able to pay attention to chat very well. Gonna have to work on that. When I get my regular streaming setup set up, when I get my PS4, I will have the PC right next to it. So I will be able to keep better track of these things. Alright, so I have 30 mil. That is enough to get a little bit started. I'm going to go ahead and break the economy a little bit here. Not my favorite way to do this, but it is one way to make some money when you are all by yourself and don't want to have to build stuff. I wish I had seen Sword pop in here. I would have told him thank you for the Cyclotron Ballista idea. But at least now if you guys come through here, you can go ahead and click on his link in chat. Follow him. Excellent, good people. I will play catch up with him a little bit later. Okay, that is as far down as I'm going to get those. Let's go ahead and we are just going to start a jumping. I'm going to just go one by one here, guys. I do need to actually talk to Sword because he does, like I said, he does PS4 streaming himself. And I want to get some tips and pointers. He's been so super helpful with everything else. I know he will gladly tell me some of his tips and tricks on how he does things. All right, well, let's go ahead and we're going to purchase all of these first. Well, I guess we should sell everything first. It's been so long since I've done this, I kind of forgot my own little money-making schemes here, guys. Every bit helps. So we're going to try and break the bank here, break the economy. I know 97 is not really going to break it, but it will lower the price a little bit. See, we are down to 18.9. Now we will buy all 206. We will go back to selling. Sell all 206. Alrighty, let's buy these 206. And we are actually going to just go ahead and jump to the next one again, because I don't think we're going to get it too much closer to 80% without wasting some time and space. Oh, hello, hello. Popped out again. See, I got the chat on the phone, so it's hard to see, and it's not giving me notifications on the screen when somebody jumps in, so gonna have to figure that out. Oh, Sword is sick, actually. Just got a Discord notification from him. Sorry to hear that, brother. Hopefully you feel better soon. I know you're probably not going to hear this, but I will shoot you a get well soon message in a little bit. That is a shame. Never like to see a brother go down with the illness. Now let's sell those, and then we're going to go back here and buy them all again. Let's see what our percentage is. We are right at 60 to start. Not bad, not bad. So we will buy all 363 at a 60% discount. And we will turn right back around and sell them. And we will break the economy. Break it. Turn right back around, and we will buy these at 79% discount. Hell yeah. Alright, so we have gotten ourselves up to 32 mil, and we have a fat stack of tech modules. I forgot to be looking for travelers on that last station. So be it. So be it. Excuse me. Gonna have to learn the trick of muting the microphone too. Oh, I'm really disappointed in that girl with that PS4. I really am. It was a bone weight Destiny model too. Price was right, local. But if it was not meant to be, it was not meant to be. One thing in life I have learned: you can't sweat the little things. Lonska call system. Is this the same traveler I just did? Yes, it is. So we are back in this system again. Am I messing up here, guys? You know what? I am. I'm going through the top listings on the portals. Let's just see real quick, because yeah, see, we're already in a... Wow, noob mistakes, guys. Noob mistakes. Let's go ahead and do a little happy jump in front of the portal. Okay, let's go all the way over to the end. Duh. But at least it cleared out the top 5. So we got that. Hello, hello. I see we got a new person in chat. We are jumping around, just making a little bit of cash right now. I am prepped for a freighter engagement. And I'm aiming for an S-class, and what I realized was I don't have enough units to even afford an A-class. So I'm jumping around doing the good old trick of selling technology modules. And I'm going to get probably about 200 some odd million units. And hopefully that'd be enough. I can't remember how much a S-class freighter is. I want to say 140. Could be mistaken. But I'm going to try and make sure that I have enough to get it. I'm also... This guy looks like a big old bug-eyed mouse. We are doing travelers as we go. Do I know? I don't have enough nanites. Wow. I am making all sorts of noob mistakes tonight. This is what I get for getting on an old save and trying to do some stuff. Let's go ahead and sell what we got first. We'll break the economy. Sell those for 17 mil. Then we will buy all of them back and more. We're also looking for a name for the fighter. How do I not have enough room for 445? Okay. So that was 440. Yep, we are full up. While we're here, we might as well collect some missions. Totally forgot to do that in the other stations as well. Again, like I said, it's noob hour for me, guys. Okay. We can kill 5 monstrosities. That is nice and passive. I think I already have one of those. Oh, I've killed 1 predator. We'll grab that too. Alrighty, I believe we are done with this station. I could probably go do some missions real quick and get the nanites to ask that traveler where he's from. But I think I'm just going to go along my merry way and make some money first. Getting back to the fighter name, if you have a suggestion though, go ahead, drop it in the comments. It is currently, what is it? The Song of Gravity? Which is not a bad procedural name for a ship. Fighter. It's actually not a bad name for a fighter if you think about it. Song of Gravity. Gravity works. Gravity always wins. But it's just not mean enough for me. I would like a meaner name. So let's figure out a nice name for this fighter. go show off the fighter in just 1 second. First, we are going to sell all of these tech modules. So we have 440 of them. We're going to turn around and buy them all right back. And we're basically making 15 million per station at the moment, which means I got to do this about 20 times. Yes, the Song of Gravity. Just got her all stocked up. Been practicing with my cyclotron ballista, which was actually not the weapon of choice for me before. I was decking out my photon cannons before, and I didn't realize what I was missing. That cyclotron ballista is a mean set of weapons when you deck it out like that, and it does not overheat. As long as you lock them up on somebody. I'm not going to do the Hunt Pirates, although I could. Basically just going through my entire list of stations here, making as much money as I can. Again, need to send a good old shout out to Sword. He met up with me at the end of one of his streams and dropped off a bunch of stasis devices that he was trying to clear out his inventory. He had done a mad dash for grind right before Next dropped, and had all of his space taken up in one of his saves. Dropped a whole bunch of those and made me a billionaire on my number 3 save. I was about 3/4 of the way there already to making my first billion. I had 702 mil, and Sword dropped in with all of those, and I ended up with just over 2 billion. Alright, so this station has 2 travelers right here, and a traveler there, and a traveler there. So there are 4 travelers in this station. I should probably make a note of this one and come back when I have the nanites. But I think you can only do 1 grave per system anyways. Interesting. Interesting. Well, friends, I am on borrowed time. For a lot of different reasons. My vape is running dangerously low. My coffee is out. It has been a while since I've used the restroom. And it is coming up on dinner time, so the lovely wife is going to be hollering for me anytime now. Unless, of course, she just doesn't want to tell me that it's dinner time, which is possible. We have a saying in this house that we all know when we normally eat dinner, so if you want to miss it, that's up to you. She also knows that I did have a nice, lovely, big sandwich right before I started my stream. Although she also doesn't know that I'm streaming at the moment. She probably just thinks I'm playing. But that's okay. I really would like to know more details on this chat. Who's coming in? Or at least who's watching the video. Ooh, look at this. This is dark. Dark and red. And a traveler. This has some really, really interesting colors. Look at that. That is just so cool. I don't remember this system being red like that. That is wild. Oh, see, it's things like that about this game that I just love. You jump into some place and you get something so unexpected. You think you've seen everything, and you think you know all the different biomes and creatures and everything else like that, and then you get into a system and it drops something on you unexpected, and you're just like wham, and it makes me want to play even more. I want to see it all. I want to experience it all. I want to play it all. There are parts of this game that really don't interest me. Uh, yeah, I'm not really into the pirate hunting, and I don't really like some of the quests of going around and finding people and delivering the items and everything else like that. I'm more of a gatherer type of a person, but um, just these little things. I mean, look at it. Everything's got this really, really cool glow about it. What is up with this? So this is the Ryadu platform. It is a booming Korvac system. I'm going to go outside and take a look. See what this star system. Look at that. Everything's glowing red. Wow, that's cool. That's really neat. Oh, now it switched to blue again. Got an unknown planet. Dali Alpha. That is a cerulean planet. Don't think I've been on one of those before. Alright, so I don't see what was causing that visual effect. Especially with this particular color star. Alrighty, we are surrounded by red stars. It's a red cluster, maybe that's it. Don't know. Well, time to go back into the space station and continue about our merry way. I do kind of wish that there was a notes section that each individual player could type in notes for their own personal knowledge on these things to pop up so that we could see, like, come right back in here and it does it again. That's still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Hello, hello, welcome. I see somebody else has popped in again. I have no idea who they are, but I see that they're in here. I'm Big Papa Timo, playing some No Man's Sky. And I am basically just hopping station to station right now, buying and selling technology modules to make some cash, to afford an S-Class freighter should it happen on my next freighter engagement, which my very next jump is going to be a freighter engagement. I have already established that through multiple trials. Went back to a previous save point and started hopping through the teleporter so that I wouldn't trigger it just yet. Because I only had 20 million units on this save. And jumping into an engagement for a freighter, if I came up with an S-Class with a body style that I really liked, not having the units to buy it would really suck. So we didn't want that to happen, so I decided to go ahead and make just a little bit of cash. And while I'm doing so, I'm picking up as many static missions as I can. You know, the kill the creatures, kill the predators, kill the monstrosities quests. We're going to sell all 440 of those. And then we are going to buy them back. Started out at 20 million units, and I am currently at 115. Although probably a little lower after buying this back. We're at 110 right now. I'm going to browse these missions. Yeah, we are down to 110 million. Kill 2 predators, we will take that gladly. Kill 4 sentinels, oh, we are definitely going to take that because I learned a trick about killing sentinels. So I played this game on 3 separate saves, put about 75 hours her save in. So that's about 225 hours worth of playtime. And I didn't know about the personal shield. So I'm sitting there trying to bob and weave away from all of these sentinels, the dogs and the walkers in particular. The walkers were giving me fits. And I realized you can just stand there against a walker, blow off one of the shields, its body shields, pop your shield as you reload, take whatever it fires at you, and when it's done firing, you blow off another bit of armor, reload, pop your shield up, and take whatever it does. Do that 5 times, and then just go through it and peg the crap out of it. And as long as you're standing far enough away, it doesn't hit you with anything. And it was just one of those, wow, I wish I had known this beginner. Hey, welcome. I see I got another watcher. I'm Big Papa Timo, playing some No Man's Sky. Drop me some comments. I'd love to hear some possible names for my fighter. I have a A-class. I know it's not the best thing in the world, but it's what this save has. And it is currently the Song of Gravity. And I'm looking for a new name. In the meantime, I'm going around getting technology modules, selling them back and forth. Prepping for my freighter engagement. I guess I should sell them first, shouldn't I? I have made a lot of new mistakes in this stream. Primarily because I'm still very, very new at streaming. And look, we got red and green going on in here. What is up with some of these color schemes, guys? That is cool. That is cool too. But I did my freighter engagement the first time and I had 20 million units on me. And I am looking for an S-class upgrade. And that's just not going to cut it. So I had to make some units so that when I do this engagement, I'll actually have enough. And then I decided to go ahead and pick up a bunch of quests as I go and find a bunch of graves for travelers so that I could get all the glyphs, because this guy doesn't have all the glyphs. He's only got 19 of 16 glyphs in there. And I've run out of nanites because I pimped out the fighter. So I kind of have to do a bunch of these missions, but I haven't been doing those until I have the cash. Once I hit 200 mil, I'll go ahead and start doing the missions. But until then, live and learn. As my mama always said, it's better to be a smart ass than a dumb shit, but I think I've been a little bit of both in this stream. And Mom, if you're one of those people watching, love you. I doubt you are watching, but that would be kind of funny. She'd probably be sitting there saying, I never said that. Yes, Mom, you did. Oh, got to pick up my missions. Well, I definitely want to say thanks to all you people out there that are watching. I know there's not a lot of you, but hey, those ones that are, thank you so much for stopping by. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you can. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. You can always click on the bell and get notifications. If you are an active player of No Man's Sky, then you're not going to need the link to the beginner's guide stuff. But if you want to see somebody else's experiences, I have a whole bunch of the beginner's gameplay already up there. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of new content going into the future. I've been learning from some of the masters out there, like Xaine from Xaine's World. Thranxes has a great system out there, and his sword has been super, super helpful. And I'm just having a good time. I'm having a good time. I'm a middle-aged guy with 6 kids that finally found a game that really, really liked. And I wish I'd known about it before. I mean, the game's been out since 2016. I understand it's come an awful long way over the years, but the current form it's in, I really, really like. I mean, this game is highly addictive, highly addictive. I've got that type of personality that sinks into it. I mean, I've probably got easily 1,000 hours on World of Warcraft, and I'm sure I've got close to that in EVE Online, and I'm already pushing 250 hours on this game. So uh, definitely like it. This is kind of like the best of a lot of those games put together. Basically, just grabbing all these missions. Get my reputation up. This is save number 2 out of my 3. If you watch the beginner's guide, that is all on save number 3. The lessons that I learned on this and the previous one. But I decided to come back to the old saves and move these over into UAS space. If you don't know what UAS is, it is the Union of Allied Systems. It is a creation of Xaine from Xaine's World and a bunch of his friends. It's basically just a civilization of No Man's Sky in a certain part of space. And the group of people that are involved are just amazing. Some of the best builders in the game. Oh my god, you look at some of these bases these people are creating. The UAS itself has twin capitals. The capital buildings are amazing. And then you get people like Sorter going around to make a bunch of circuit boards and make a boatload of units, which is kind of ironic that I'm not in that space because I could have already I could go into one of those depots that Sword makes and make enough units to basically pay for an S-class freighter. But I'm not in that space on this save yet. I will get there. I will get there. And they're just so super helpful. I mean, they will teach you anything. They will give you any information you could ever possibly need. And good people, good people. So I highly suggest checking them out. Is one of the best ones. We are about to blue screen, guys. I am losing internet connection. And we are either back or we are not. Oh, looks like we're back. Apologies for that. This game is on a PS4 on Wi-Fi. And my internet connection was dropping out. Don't know how much longer it's going to stay like that. My apologies. I knew I was on borrowed time to start with for a lot of different reasons. Well, it looks like it's going okay. I'm going to continue to carry on here. We are getting close to the 200 million that I was looking for. I think another 3 stations and we are good to go. Doing 440 technology modules at a clip, grossing about 15 million units per station. I did a beginner's guide, a video on how to do exactly what I'm doing. I need to post that up actually because it was further along in the series than I have on the channel so far. I'm basically doing as much content generation as I can because I've found that it is very relaxing for me to just drop into somebody's channel while they are streaming and I am not playing, and I pick up little tidbits. Just hearing people say what they're doing while I don't have the opportunity to play. This is kind of how bad of an addict I am on this game. When I can't play, I listen to other people play. Being the age and type of person that I am, though, a lot of this whole streaming stuff is new to me. Um, I remember the good old days when, well before the Super NES came out, I remember the old Atari 2600s. I remember the Commodore 64s. I remember the VIC 20s that, were the precursors. I remember actually coding, writing my own games for those systems. They were horrible, horrible things too. Pong was like the pinnacle of technology for us. It was really really funny. Um, so to look at what, ooh, we only need to do one more station. We got 195 million. To look at a game like this where there's 18 quintillion procedurally generated planets, 16 quintillion star systems. That number itself is just mind-boggling. I don't remember who I was watching, but somebody actually wrote it out. I believe it was Thranxes. Actually typed it out, and you just look at the number, you're like, that is a lot of zeros after 16. Uh, it just boggles the mind. But I remember when computers, my phone has better computing power than the first 20 years of computers that I owned. Even after I moved out of my family's house and got my own place and then got married, I remember going and buying my first PC all on my own. I went to the Gateway store of all places. I don't know if you all remember Gateway computers. Um, I went to the Gateway store and they gave me a line of credit because the computer was $2,000. And so I got a line of credit and I put $200 down on this computer and I took the computer home and set it up and everything else like that. And this was, it wasn't like an old 8086 or anything else like that, but the technology was not that much further ahead. Um, I'm trying to remember what Windows was on there. I think it was Windows 3. It was actually, it might have been Windows 95. No, yeah, actually, it would have been Windows 95. And so I got my first Windows 95 computer, and I was playing Diablo and Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft. This is pre-World of Warcraft. Warcraft. Orcs and Humans. Um, I think I remember when StarCraft came out. I had just gotten that computer, and I couldn't have those three games on there at the same time because it just didn't have enough memory for Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft all at once. And yeah, it was wild. But my phone now has better computing power than that old Gateway. I believe I still have the computer hidden somewhere in the house, unless we took it apart. Uh, my kids have much better computers than I ever could have dreamed of. One of my sons has a gaming setup in the other room that um, just blows me away at what that computer is capable of. Games like No Man's Sky. He has zero lag. He has no choppiness or anything else like that. Um, yeah, and just it's funny how things change over the years. But I am really glad to be living in this day and age because I get to play games like this. This is a lot of fun. All right, so we have accomplished my goal, and I went to get just a little bit more. We're at 216 million. You know what? I didn't buy the modules back at the last station. So we have continued on with my noob mistakes. Let's take a look at the ships we have here, just to make it look like I knew what I was doing. Well, there's an S-class right there. I would go into photo mode, but that totally messes up my live stream. For some odd reason, I can't do photos on the PS4. If you know the trick for doing pictures on a PS4 while streaming, Please let me an S-Class in this size. I would get an S-Class 48.8. I'm a little bit of a hauler snob. I like the baller haulers, as Sword calls them. I like to call them bubbles. The ones with the four balls on the sides. And I have to admit that I was extremely jealous of Swords. He has two baller haulers with the glowing balls. That is a fiery planet that is not nice looking. You know where I should actually go since I have these quests to do? I have a base where I know there's active predators. So I'm going to knock out a bunch of quests for killing critters, killing sentinels, and killing predators. That will get enough nanites to start to track down all of these travelers and get the rest of my glyphs. Let's go ahead and go to my bases. Predator, cadmium, ammonia. Excuse me. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and teleport into my predator place. For the longest time when I first started playing, I was having trouble finding predatory creatures. I probably went around to 10 or 15 different planets and couldn't find a predator to save my life. And I had just started to get the quests for kill predators. You know, when you get one that's kill one predator and you can't even find a predatory creature, it's pretty disheartening. So I was getting to the point where I was like, you know, surely there have to be planets out here that the creatures want to kill you. And I ended up finding a nice little planet that does have a decent number of predators on it. These little floaty squid guys are not predatory. Well, hello there, Mr. Sentinel. That's right, I'm going to give you a bad day. What do I have going on over there? Is that ammonia? That is ammonia. Well, while I'm waiting for reinforcements, I might as well kill some other things. Well, it would probably be smart if I had some ammunition. I think I'm going to dip inside real quick and crack. He followed me in the building. Again, with the noob mistakes, and I'm not carrying any ferrite dust to make some ammo, so I'm going to let them go ahead and go neutral on me for a second, and then I will come out here and get some ferrite dust. Yes, hello, Mr. Sentinel. I see you. I see you. It's like peekaboo. I do love how you go into the manufacturing facilities every once in a while, and the dogs will answer the call, and then you'll come out there and they shoot you through the wall. And you're just like, what the heck? Alright, let's go ahead and change over to a mining beam. Get some ferrite dust real quick. My apologies for the noob mistakes, people. It has been that type of a stream. One of the things I have to do between my saves, though, save number 3, if you watch the beginner stuff, That's the one where my starting zone had the S-Class 24 slot rifle in the space station. And I was extremely fortunate to find that on a save. I had never seen an S-Class weapon that size. I had seen a smaller variant, the pistol, but I'd never seen the rifle size. And to get that in the starting area for a beginner's gameplay was amazing. And I was like, wow, that'll never happen again. And then I jumped to another system, and it was there. Well, hello there, Mr. Sentinel. I should probably make some ammunition to kill you. Hey, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Come here, buddy. Oh, you're armor plated. Unidentified plant, that will not do. Let's fuel up that bolt caster there. I'm horrible about getting these containers when they roll away. Where'd you go, buddy? Tell me you can't see me through that cactus. You're searching. Are you stuck in the building? Bet you he's stuck in the building. Well, come on out. Do I have to shoot you through the door? Apparently so. Now where did his canister get to? Oh, you know what? I just realized I do not have the shield on this account, or this save. Of course, that thing is going to go all the way down the hill. So I'm not going to be able to do the walker battles as easily as I would like to. Even the dogs are going to be a problem. But I have enough shielding on this guy to just sit here and take a lot of this. Ooh. Hey, look, a predator. Go figure. And there's another one. Heck, they always come in pairs. There go a whole bunch of quests that I had for killing 2 predators. I will take it. I will gladly take it. Grab these nanite clusters real quick. I don't know where there's the dog. Dogs give me fits. I'm like the worst at first-person shooters. Let's go ahead and grab his. That means I have a walker coming. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bug on out of here. And then I also just noticed that I can't get in my door very easily. There we go. Well, as I said, I was on borrowed time, and my lovely wife has just informed me that it is dinner time. So I want to thank you all for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Even if you all were lurking, I appreciate it. If you could do me the honor of hitting that like button, maybe even subscribing if you like. If you were just lurking to give me some watch time, I appreciate that too. So I will be doing a lot more streaming in the future. But hey, thanks again, and until next time, fly safe. That's where we're going to cut this one off. You all take care.